Hello YouTube, Luigi here. Tonight we're going to unbox a Boker Plus, as you can see. It's one of these cool boxes with the magnetic flap. I have broken this seal. I have been in this box. I will not deceive you. This is an unusual knife. Came out of nowhere for me. I just sort of found it happenstance. I wasn't even looking for this knife. Comes in a plastic little baggie. We'll put this aside. This is the Boker Plus Bullpup. And if there's a Bullpup, that must mean that somewhere there's a bulldog. And there is. There is. It's another knife. This is the model number 01BO311. Designed by Charles Marlowe. Well, before we even talk about this, I wasn't looking for this knife. I have to show you this. And I'm sorry, but I have to show you this way because I tried like heck to learn how to insert an image into a video and I couldn't figure it out. This is the knife I was looking at, and this is a monster. This is the Boker Plus Squale. That's a 4-inch blade. That's a 5-inch handle. This is a big knife. It's 9 inches overall. It weighs a ton, but it's got a good look to it. And I was just about to pull the trigger on it. I came this close to buying it when I discovered this. Same designer, same Boker Plus, same green, they call it green, linen micarta handle. But it's a 3 1/4-inch blade instead of 4. This is a much more gentlemanly and civilized size. So let's look at this guy. Got a little bit ahead of ourselves here. We usually talk about the outside. We have titanium bolsters with stainless steel hardware. There's a Torx pivot there. We have that angled thumb stud, which I like, as long as the angle follows the arc of the travel path of the thumb stud as it circles around this pivot. The angle's fine for me. I think these lanyards holes are small, and I think when you bore through micarta, you get these fuzzy edges. But that's just the way it is. Now you see the texture on this micarta? The Squale, the larger knife we looked at, it's got micarta, but it is more refined. I would have called that linen micarta, and I would call this canvas micarta just because the weave looks coarser, but the website is saying this is linen as well. So somebody said this had a blasted finish, and it's got some texture to it. It really, really does. Okay, that's that side. And here we have t'other side. Now, you can see the holes here. The clip can go tip down, tip up right side. It's mounted tip down, and it's a short clip, and I got to tell you, I like the fact that it starts and lands on the bolster. It doesn't straddle two materials, and you don't have this grippy problem with the micarta and the contact tab of the clip. Is it too short to be effective? I don't know. I doubt it. I think it's going to be just fine. I think it's going to be just fine. So here's the back side. It's got a single thumb stud. Isn't that interesting? But it does have a screw here, so it can be reversed. This is clearly a right-handed knife because it's got this really good groove to access that angled thumb stud. And it doesn't have that on the other side for a left-handed person. Sorry, lefties, they did it to you again, didn't they? These are titanium bolsters. And one site, I don't believe this for a minute, one site said these are titanium liners. If that's true, we've got a titanium liner on a steel, and a really nice steel, a VG10, a steel tang there. And we know what's going to happen with the softer titanium, if the liner is indeed titanium. I don't know. One site said that, called them titanium liners. Another site just said, you know, titanium bolsters. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. There's not a lot of information on this knife. If you were to look for other videos, you will find one other that lasts 1 minute and 17 seconds on this knife, the Boker Plus Bullpup. Yeah. So we got a VG10 hollow ground, with a sort of delicate stone wash finish. It's not a heavy stone wash. I kind of like it. I kind of like it a lot. We have a 5.15 ounce knife here. This is not light. This is not light. It's you see the thickness of that blade. Now let's take a look at this jimping. This is that really finely machined jimping that you see on, say, the Ken Onion's endorser. Is that the right word? No, the swindle. The swindle. Now, what I've noticed is that the teeth are set on this jimping where it grabs you if your thumb is going backwards, but it doesn't really prevent your thumb as much from slipping forward. They just got the direction wrong here or something. Nonetheless, maybe that's good too, to squeeze back. It's sharp enough to grab you, as shallow as it looks, is what I'm saying. It's better than it appears. There. It's better than it appears. Okay, let's look at the lockup. I wouldn't want it any less than this. You know, people talk about early lockups. Forget it. Nothing makes me feel more unsafe than a too early lockup. I'd say we're at 20% here, maybe 25. Let's look at the centering. Well, look at that. I'd say it's perfect. It has a, what I'm guessing is a Zytel backspacer. You can see these liners. I'm hoping they're stainless and not titanium. You can see the stop pin there. It's got, you know, usually I can't get over the action. Usually a new knife will be stiff. And I always say that in my unboxing video, but this is just flying out there. And I think that's a testimony to an excellent detent, where you can build up a charge of pressure before it lets go. And when it lets go, boy, it lets go with authority. And I'm liking this one a lot. I'm liking this one a lot. Use category. I'm calling this gentleman's EDC. Gentleman's because of its refined look. There's nothing rugged about this at all in terms of appearance. But it's solid. It's heavy. It's, ow. A thick, I just sliced a finger off here. A thick blade. That is sharp. I'm going to start bleeding all over the table here. And I'm saying this can rise to the occasion of a heavy-duty task. However, when a knife looks this refined, and we know we're going to do heavy tasking, we tend not to grab it that day, because this does indeed have a gentlemanly appearance. Now, this monster, remember this? On the other hand, this is a same, you know, same everything. The same titanium, the same micarta, the same blade steel. It's just so much bigger. These are not the relative scale, by the way. I just printed that picture out because I'm too stupid to insert a picture. But this one you would probably grab for a heavy task. Even tactical. Look at the size of it, 4-inch blade. So I'm glad at the last moment, before I pulled the trigger on this guy, I'm glad I just serendipitously happened to have found this. See, I'm bleeding. Okay? You don't need to look at that, huh? You know, exchange no body fluids. That's the call of the day, isn't it? Okay, everybody. I think I've said everything I have to say about this. I'm really happy to have it. It's on the heavy side. I told you that. I do like the bolster. A lot of people may not. I feel fine with that. I think this is Mr. Marlowe's mark here. Yeah, it says Marlowe Knives, and it's either a platypus or a turtle or something. All right, people. That's it. A new knife for me. Never heard of it before. This is only the second video on YouTube. We're making history tonight. The Boker Plus Bullpup, model number 01BO311. All right, everybody. God bless you. Take good care. And unlike me slicing a finger off here tonight, stay safe out there. Bye-bye.